So you can actually learn any of these skills I've mentioned on YouTube. So you don't have to spend a lot of money, and you don't have to blame that you don't have money. That's why you're not learning. So no excuses here for anybody here today. So the fact that you don't have a lot of money or data is not an excuse. All right? So one of the speakers, one thing I've learned, one thing I actually realized from the speakers that you saw here, they are not good or prosperous because they are actually skilled, but first they were disciplined. Skill is rubbish when there's no discipline. Talent is rubbish when there's no discipline. It doesn't count. So a lot of discipline needs to actually take place. You know, you have to plan your time. You have to understand how you're using your resources. I actually shared a tweet some time ago on Twitter where I was telling young people how to really manage their data. For example, I have younger ones, and if I would subscribe it for them, depends on their need and their use. I probably would do like MTN 3000 for 1 month, 15 gig, 512 MB per day, or 6,000 for 1 month, 45 gig, 1.5 gig per day. If you exhaust it, I want to know that. I want to believe that you're using it for the right things. And when it's exhausted, you take out time, you can sleep or do some other things you have to do. It's important. You're laughing about it. But you have to understand that your time and the resources you have is the gifts and the blessings you've been asking for. Every other thing has to come from it. I'm not a preacher, but most of you must have heard, those who have more will be given, those who don't have, what they have will be taken from them. So if you want more, you have to learn how to use it properly. If you have, you don't use it, what you have, with time, you will lose it. There's no hard way about it. So if you really admire those who come up on stage to talk to you, the very first thing you have to do is, even if you don't know how to do it personally, I believe there are people in your life, just that you're playing a blind eye to them, or you think they are boring and they don't have a life, but they are very disciplined. You might want to get close to them for them to teach you how to be disciplined, how to use your time, your resource, your money. Let me just tell you something very simple, very short. When the last time there was an ASU strike that lasted about 6 months, I was in university. When the strike started and it lasted for like 3 weeks, I told myself, I don't care when they were going to start, but I was not going to pause my life for people who I know do not care about me. It's not, I know they don't care about me. I was not thinking about it. I was not up for contemplation. By the end of the 6 months, I had 6 certifications and awards from top companies, tech companies. Like they're sponsored, I got some from them. It's not you get me. It's just about understanding how to utilize your time. Don't place a bet on the government, place a bet on yourself. You know, because the time you have is very precious. You're not too young. Anybody can do anything if they really, still get on the path. Yes, sometimes you might step out a bit, but if they really get on the path and stay on the path, there are a lot of inspirations out there. Just that you might not be seeing it because you've trained your Instagram feed to just show you dance steps. No offense, all right? But I'm saying that you have to train your Instagram feed for what you want. If you're here because you want to learn Forex, try to make sure at least once a day you search or follow or go into the feeds of those who know Forex, tech, project management, check what they do. And over time, you train your feed to show you these things. For me, I like beautiful, calm nature, and also tech, motivational things, exercise as well. So I train my feed to show me just those things. I make sure my Twitter the people I follow on Twitter as well, they have inspirational people as well. You have to be very intentional. All right? Like it or not, it might look like we are too many and we cannot succeed together. Somebody has to be down for you to go up. Or if there's an opportunity now, if you don't get it, it's your friend that will get it. No, there's enough for everyone. It's not a zero-sum game where some will lose and some have to lose and some have to gain. Everybody here, I'm not mincing words, can actually be successful. Everybody can actually be successful. It's not enough. usually half or no, everybody can actually be successful. It is possible and it has been proven. A class or a crop of people who actually follow the right instructions, they have the determination, they can actually all be successful. Success means different things to everyone, I understand. But largely, to what society considers success, everyone here can actually have it. All right? I know I'm discussing about tech. I'm going to provide the resources, like the follow-up resources to all of you. Like I said, your time is important. How you use it really matters. You have the resources. For the fact that you're able to transport yourself down here, you have the resources. I'm not here to tell stories, but if it will encourage any of you, there was a time I probably will. I think the story with most people who have come up here, I probably would maybe eat like once a day when I know I could eat twice or three times. Why? Because I knew I had to actually gather a bunch of money to do a particular project or learn something. You know, it is not, sometimes because you know that your future really needs the present you to do certain things, it is important for you to realize that certain things that you do be out of discipline and for you to get the goals you want, it is not you suffering, but it's you doing exactly what you need. I usually give young people some people and you think, oh, they're already there. Why? Because their parents gave them everything. See, their parents was like, you know what, I'm going to give you ₦1,000,000. So you can do whatever you want with it. But for many of you here, you have to save your own ₦1,000,000. And by the time you save yours, and if you have ₦1,000,000 and they have ₦1,000,000, how many people have ₦1,000,000? But one was given and you made yours. So it is possible for you to get what you want. It's just that sometimes your process might actually mean that you have to work on your character, cut your excesses, and really focus. So some of you don't understand the word focus. It is possible. I used to not really get it. It was just a word until my friend said something. He said, do you remember when we were young and when you go to pee, you just pee like this and the pee is everywhere. But when you pee on one spot, it digs the ground. Say focus is like that. And that is exactly the same thing with water. If water drops on a spot for just few minutes, water will just dry off when the sun shines. But if water keeps dropping on a spot for 1 year, it digs the ground. So you have to have that staying power and focus. So getting into tech is also something similar, like especially for those of you who want technical skills. You have to be patient. You don't just jump and you want to create an app. You have to be patient. Be happy about the ugly things you create in the start. Be satisfied. Then you build up from there. I'm going to share more resources, like I said, but I was told I have very short time. All right? Please feel free to ask me questions underneath my tweet. All right? So yeah, go ahead to retweet the resources. But if you have any questions, I know I cannot answer here. I'm a teacher and I like to ask questions during my sessions. If you have any questions, please ensure that you use the oh yeah, comment button. Yes, on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Alex Asomba. All right, Alex Asomba, AlexAsomba. So I'm also going to be looking out for the hashtag, just in case some of you are making comments outside the tweet. If I see anything that relates to your tech talent, tech skills. Okay, one quick example to motivate some of you. Now, who actually is a student? Is, to the best of my knowledge, the only student employee is an employee, not like is an employee. He does graphic design. He joins us via our communication channels. And, you know, wherever he is in the world, we don't care, but he delivers. So it is possible if you have this skill. Nowadays, nobody is really looking out for your certificates. If they are doing so, they just want to know if you actually have the patience to learn, finish something. And that's why some of you are going to finish your schooling, because it just goes ahead to show that you have that patience to learn. When something is really tough, you can stay. For some employers, that is what they're looking out for. Not like they'll go check if you had good grades in maths or whatever, because the specific skill they'll need from you most times might not be that particular subject, but the kind of person you'll become by going through your high institution. I know for many people it might be tough, but like I said, discipline is really important. I really like the set of people that came up here on stage to talk, especially the medical doctor who talked about staying awake from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. Passionate about. I know for but I hope his story actually encourages you. As a person, my friend used to tell me, hard work hardly kills anybody. Hard work in your studies and also in your passion. Put in the work. If you use your distraction, you realize that you actually have enough energy. But most times you get tired easily because you are doing too many things that doesn't really feed your purpose or your dreams. All right? So as much as possible, focus. All right? Any questions, I'll answer via Twitter. Thank you very much.
Great, Alexander Astomba Sama. I thought she'll make it louder. Thank you for that, Alexander. And well done on your work of evangelism in technology. Because we can see it here, it says you're a tech evangelist, preaching the good news truth of Jesus Christ. May the Lord be with you. Don't mind me. Okay. I want us to celebrate once again the mother of Olubori Paul. She's here. Can we celebrate mommy? We celebrated her the other time, but let's honor her again. Okay. So when we started the event, I let you in on what was happening, and I told you that Lagos Finance Conference is proudly sponsored by XNES, and we celebrated them, but I don't think we celebrated them enough because they're the reason why Olubori Paul can gather everybody together effortlessly. In case you do not know, XNES is an international award-winning broker with licenses in the Seychelles, Cyprus, UK, and South Africa. What they do is to connect clients with other traders, and they are the official sponsors of Lagos Finance Conference. The morning, and I want us to chorus another